guys. Happy Friday. How are you? Jump on in, say hi. We had a little bit of a mix-up, I will say. We jumped on and it said 11 p.m., not 11 a.m. So hopefully that was clear. But either way, if you guys are getting your little notices, hopefully you get a chance to jump on and join me for this live. If not, say hi in the replay as well. We always appreciate your comments, even in the replays, so very much. So, of course, as we kind of still continue to celebrate Friendsgiving, we wanted to pop a few more events in the mix that just allow us to inspire, create with each other, and just be with each other. I love technology for that reason, that it gives us a chance to connect even when we're like not in the same room, right? You got to love it for that very reason. We are going to be basically doing some layout shares. Our hope is that we get to spotlight a few sets, and either you have them in your collection, you get to discover these new sets again, and get motivated again to get back to your craft table, gather around your craft table in November, not just the Thanksgiving food table. Let's get into our craft tables as well, because that's where a lot of gratitude and reflection and everything that's so fun about November can also happen, not just in November, all year long. So we get to take that spirit with us every time we go into our craft room. But we're going to be going over Harvest, Hallmark, Jolly, and Nativity, which are just a few of the limited sets that are back in stock for this limited time, very small quantities. Like I said, maybe some of you have them in there. We're going to discover some fresh ideas, or if you don't have them, hopefully a few things that I shared today spark you to go get them while you get a chance before they're out of stock. And like I said, walk away inspired, and a few options there. Now, also, we got a lot to cover. I realized maybe we should have done 2 different events, but it's still fun. It's still fun. We're going to be taking a look and sharing some layout shares from our design team for the Everett Echo Point and the Spotlight set that we pre-ordered back in May. And you guys were so patient in October in getting them. And hopefully all of you guys got your hands on them. And you're just going to see a whole lot now that we all get a chance to just let loose in creating with them. I've been dying for this moment because they're so fun. We got a whole bunch of inspiration that's going to be hitting the community. I'm going to share some layouts. But ultimately, I did want to share one thing with you guys. So let's take a peek really fast before we get into some of these inspiration ideas and tips and tricks that I have related to these simple things that relate to play to create with the designer templates. Did you know that when you go to our website, all right, that you are able to, first off, here's the Friendsgiving. We'll put the link in the chat if you haven't gotten the email or you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. But over on this link is all the information related to products that we're spotlighting, new sets, unvaulted in celebration of our Friendsgiving week. So if we scroll down on this page here, you'll see, of course, the new releases. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, new in the shop, you can scroll through that gallery, or it will auto populate some ideas there. Keep scrolling down and you'll see the new releases, your Lullaby and Lunar Crescents, and the handy dandy sketchbook that's so great to have within fingers, hand reach. If you keep scrolling, we have Back from the Vault, which are these sets that I'm talking about today, Harvest, and you can keep scrolling, and Jolly, and if you tab over to the Nativity, so lots of fun ones. And we'll take a peek at these together, all right? And then, of course, autumn's the best. So we put together a collection of autumn sets and paper kits, and these are 50% off, guys. Like, I love autumn so much. Every single one of these sets, I was like, oh, I love it. I love it. So if you keep scrolling down, of course, inspiration, but you're going to see those sets 50% off during this Friendsgiving, okay? So definitely keep scrolling, and there's a lot. So make sure you tab over on those. And then due to low inventory on these last chance items, some of them have been favorites, and no doubt, no lack of inspiration. I mean, Kiwi Lane, sometimes I think we have a content overload because it's so easy to create with these sets that honestly, we don't have a hard time creating content because it just mirrors how great the Play to Create system is. But there are so many awesome sets in there that I have fond memories of how blissfully simple it was creating pages with them, but also so joyful. And that's why I think when you really take the spirit of the Play to Create method and system that we teach here at Kiwi Lane, and then of course combine that with the designer templates, visualization, and tactile play, you just get this great outcome of enjoying your results of your pages, that fulfillment, and then also just the renewal that it provides naturally, because scrapbooking has that power to do that. Now, I do want to mention it. Oh, and then there's also paper kits. So those are also 50% off any of those club kits, last chance items too. And if you missed it, oh, I forgot about this section. Yes, clearly we're going to be talking about this. A lot of you guys got it. You have them in your hands. But if for some reason you're hearing today the first time about Echo Park or Echo Point, I keep saying park because it's so, paper kits in the industry, but Echo Point, because of the points in that border set, they're so fun and unique. And Everett Drive, which is named after my grandson, Caleb, its middle name is Everett, and Spotlight. Oh, and then also we brought that back out. That was vaulted, but we put it back out. We did order a few extra outside of the pre-sale. Not tons, but a few extra. So don't miss your chance. If you missed these the first time, grab them. Okay. Now, one other thing I'm going to show you while we're over on the website. Oh, and then of course, yes, as a little thank you to go along with our Friendsgiving, because it's all about gratitude and thanking. We really, I don't take that light. We are so grateful for your support. And we love this opportunity during this Friendsgiving to constantly reflecting on that. Some of you guys have even messaged us beautiful gratitude letters and other things. That means so much to us, like so much. We're very grateful we get to do what we get to do. And we appreciate your support. All right. Now, jumping over, like say you're in the shop or something. I know we're still slowly, it takes a lot of work. I will say that. Getting these pages up to speed when we revise the website at the beginning of the year. We want, again, something here at Kiwi Lane is that we want to not just provide the product, but we want to support that product. Actually, I was talking to a design team member, Deborah Johnson, and she's like, Susan, you guys do this so wonderful. And so I'm kind of actually echoing what she said, but it's true. We want to support this product. And so when we revised our website, if you click on a product, it will take you from a product catalog to a product page, for example. If we have videos over on YouTube, we'll link them here. So you have this like video gallery right side out there. If there's multiple, you'll see a scrolly thing. This one only has one video. It's a great video, may I add. Lots of great tips in that. But then over on the left, you have some informational tabs. If you click on it, you got a gallery. You can click on the images at this point and it will pull it up big. So that you can then even scroll over. If with the arrow, you can scroll through those and see different layerings and just colors and just seeing it in action, right? So support that product. And then of course you can X out of that and then go back. If you could see like template sizes, what's included, just the general information about a product, and hopefully all of that's within your fingertips. If you keep scrolling down even beyond that, there's also some additional features and tips related to a specific set, because a template has so much versatility. Even this one Hallmark, which is a one a la carte set, which I absolutely love. I honestly could reach for Hallmark in many situations in various themes of layouts that I create. It has no limits at all. So with that said, you might find some that are still not updated, positioned in this manner, but overall, I just want to express that, like when we provide products, ideas, and events, we really, our goal is to do this across the board. And slowly but surely, like I said, I wish there was more hours in a day. We're working on that, but I want to give you guys that information. So did you know? Hopefully, if you didn't, it's here, even for whatever it's worth, not just shopping, because usually we go to a website to shop. If you have Hallmark and you're looking for inspiration, go to the shop and see if that set's still in of course, the shop catalog. And you could scroll through the gallery and get that inspiration without having to look too far. So our goal is, whether it's in the community or on our website itself, that it's an all-in-one place that you can get that. And we hope that that is helpful to you to make your scrapbooking time more beneficial, more productive, and more joyful. All right. Ultimately, that's the goal. We want to add the joy every time you sit down to scrapbook. And I think play, when we invite the spirit of play, it naturally has the outcome of joy. All right. Okay. So where do we begin? Like I said, there's so many fun things to share. Hello, Jody. Thanks for saying hi, guys. Let's do some layout shares really quickly. How about we do that? Like I said, we're going to be featuring, showcasing together, just so that you can rediscover these sets, get encouraged during this month to go gather around your craft table. But let's go ahead and share that page there, Dave. Thanks. All right. So I wanted to mention Jolly, because Jolly is, like I said, one of the a la cartes. I actually have it here. And this layout specifically, we're going to talk about 3 different ways you can use the stencils. This is something we talk about all the time, but I can't tell you how many times I still talk to people and they're like, wait, the cutouts, you want us to cut those out? And I'm like, oh, the stencils and the cutout are for easy details on your behalf. When we get to that detail step of our layouts, some of us enjoy it more than others. Some of us like maybe don't want to add too much bling or other things to our layout. And listen, the great thing about the Play to Create system, the designer templates, is that you have a wide shade of styles that can happen. If you're more simple, subtle, keep it simple. If you love the layers, layer. If you love the little blings and details, then you can add that. So this layout here, let me show you the full layout here. Hey, Kit, how are you? This layout is actually a 1-pager. I only had these 2 pictures, so naturally it became a 1-pager of some shenanigans that Mindy way back in the day did. But, you know, this one was fun. I pulled out some modeling paste here. I cut those stencils out, added some paper, did some tearing, okay, did some spritzing. These aren't my typical things, but I was in the mood, right? So maybe it's not your typical style, but sometimes you're just like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try this time. And those are so enjoyable. They're so enjoyable. So with that said, let me quickly show you, since we're on Jolly, we go to overhead here. Yep. I'm making David really work for it today, guys. I've got share screens. I got come back to this one. I got go to this one. We're no pros from production, but I think he's doing a great job. Yeah, he's doing a good job. A little effort here. All right, so Jolly. This is the Jolly. It's quite big. You can see I should have measured it, but basically it's probably about a 7 by 7. All right. So it's, like I said, pretty large. And I love that because it does, you'll see it again in the gallery when you're checking it out. Ruby, way to go. You guys are so great. Great validation. Yeah, great validation. But they really create this nice tucking. All right. And I'm going to show you some more layouts with this one. But ultimately, you see these cutouts, once again, 3 ways. Number 1, I should have traced this out. It's okay. It's super fast. I don't have to go anywhere. I can just trace it out together. All right. We are going to, of course, you could cut that out. You could doodle it. Take a pen, a white pen, a marker, a black pen. I think every scrapbooker should at least have a white pen and a black pen, especially for doodling effect. It's very fun. And you guys are familiar with this. Some of you may not be, but number 1, you just doodle. So when these items, you see them on here, you get to choose the level of effort you want to put in. And mostly what's going to determine that level of effort is, are you in the mood? Which is like when I said, I was in the mood. So I went the extra mile, maybe some things that I don't typically do on other pages when I sit down to scrapbook. But also, I think what determines that is your desire. Like, what is it that you desire your page to look like? Do you want to enhance the page? And I will tell you, anytime I hear the word enhance, every once in a while, like whenever somebody even asks in the community, they're like, well, what's missing? The biggest thing that I can always recommend is add another layer. It's like when your computer is finicking, it's like the go-to is to turn it off and turn it back on, right? It's like, don't even question it. Just do that first and then see what happens. I think that's true about when you're sitting down with the layout and if your mind says, oh, something's missing or it's just not, I'm not just quite loving it. I'm always like, add another layer. It works every single time. All right. So you got the doodling happening there. Beth says, I ordered the white pins. You recommend it. And they're hands down the best. They are, Beth, right? But you can notice I just pulled away too fast because they are a little wet sometimes and it's smeared. I usually lift or I just give it a moment to dry, but they are the best. They go smoothly on and you don't have to do this whole back and forth with the white pen. For whatever it's worth, since you mentioned it, because I know if you would be asking, these are the pens. I have tried many different ones. Gail mentioned them to me. I tried them the moment I tried something. And then I was like, hands down, they are the best. That's when I recommended them to everyone else. And we do have those in the Amazon, our Amazon link too, if anyone needs that. Okay. Okay. So step one, doodle. Easy peasy, easy way to add any details to a page. All right. Step two, you trace it out of other paper and you add that to your layers. So how that works naturally is I would trace these pieces out. Okay. And then we would cut those out, right? So you would cut those out and then layer them on top. This, even though this is not a scrap of paper that I'm working with, I will say this approach to adding a little bit of details when these type of things come into play, they are just really, use your scraps of paper is what I was trying to get to because it's so nice. The truth is on this one, I just cut out those main things that were showing, the strip and the chevron. If I wanted to, for example, do something here where these circles are, you could even use them as hence a guideline, right? Where maybe, that's why I pulled these out. You would come in and you would place enamel dots or, right? I had these hearts. I just think this is going to be, I picked these colors because I'm going to add this to a page, a little bright, happy Christmas page than your typical things, but those could be really fun. Or like I said, maybe you have enamel dots. So it could be a guideline, a place for you to add other elements from your stash. You can use it as a stencil where you cut them out of your scraps of paper and then layer them back on. You can use it as a doodling approach. And or third, you can absolutely use it to have some even I don't know, more fun, messy fun, I would say, with modeling paste. Sometimes you guys have seen us do this. I'm going to show it really quickly, and then we're going to jump to some other sets. But just know this applies to any time you see stencils. All of these 3 ways, well, technically 4 ways, because we're talking about doodling, we're talking about guidelines, we're talking about stenciling, and we're talking about adding other textures and elements. You could absolutely spritz over these. These, think of them as tools, right? I mean, mine gets a little bit messy, but I just wipe it off and they're a tool. They're a designing tool to engage my creativity. So however you're inspired and your creativity flows and takes you and however that is, follow it. So there's no wrong at all. So with that said, I'm going to actually pull out another paper, which I have plenty of, so no worries there, guys. I got this. I have plenty of paper. Okay. But I was going to pull out another one just because I put those enamels on and I want a flat surface. Okay, let's do this one. So, you know, long ago, I got this gold, and let's just say a little goes a long way. I don't know if I'll ever get through all this whole gold of modeling paste, but you can get white and you can add acrylic paint to the white to make it any color that you want. You can stir it in. But I do think this is really fun, and specifically with this Jolly set, like I said, the goal of this event is to inspire you to rediscover these sets in your stash or two, if you don't have them, to really see so much versatility within these sets. Okay. So naturally you could trace it out first and then cut it out. You could add details and then trace it out. You do want to let this dry. So basically what you're going to do is you'll take a little spatula. I got a Nuvo one, but to be honest, you guys, just a small, good, handy spatula. I haven't tried one, but I'm even like dollar store. I don't know. They always have little spatulas as long as it does the trick. Right. And then you're just going to hold it down. If you want to use washi tape or something like that to kind of put it down, then that's fine too. And you just kind of smear it over the template and you use the end of that spatula to do it with as well. And you just want to smear it on top. You don't want to necessarily like rub it in. We don't want to go beyond those, right? And the reason why I said you could trace it out afterwards is even if you go off this edge a little, that's okay. You can always trim that. I'm doing this with one hand. There we go. So it does help, I would say, if you want to have your other hand free to use some washi tape. Okay. Let me lift. There we go. This one is thicker than my other modeling paste, but I thought a little gold, again, I'm going to put this on a page once it dries, because why not? A little gold and red and silver reminds me of a song. What is that song? I'm just kidding. Silver and gold. I knew he would sing it. There we go. Little background music.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. He started to sing Christmas music to our grandson the other day. And I said, listen, if you start singing...
No, it doesn't work this way.
It does work this way. Let me finish my sentence.
Trying to make me think about singing a Christmas song. She's allowed to put up a Christmas tree.
I didn't say that. I said, if you start singing Christmas music, I'm putting up a Christmas tree. And then he stopped singing so fast. I don't know why you're so against it. It's like he
get past the turkey.
He's like, we gotta get past the turkey first.
It's a little strange.
Saw something.
I'm sure you're gonna have some allies in the chat.
I am gonna have allies in the chat. Somebody said, dang it, I can't remember. I have to go find my phone. I screenshot it and I literally was gonna read it to you. I can't remember what it said. It's something. Dang it, that's gonna bother me.
Something was gonna really put me in my place.
Yeah, I was gonna put you in my place. No, it was clever. It was funny, and I love clever. I love anytime something kind of plays off of each other.
Question from Jody.
Yes, question.
Have you ever used that ornament on the front of a card?
Ooh.
It'd be kind of a cool oversized card, yeah, like a chunky card.
If I'm doing something big on a card, I think it's fun. I don't know if you do this to offset it. What happened? What happened in the comments? He's laughing.
Sorry, Deborah said tree is up, David.
Yeah, Deborah did put her tree up. Okay, so you can give this a moment to dry, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and lift just for the sake of lifting. But you want to lift straight up. All right. And we're just going to do it slowly. Boom. Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
How
now,
good is that?
Yeah. And it's just, again, this is, you'll want to play with it, but it's fun. It kind of stretches you. It gives you an alternative. Like when I was talking about that gap, like, right, there's space in the Play to Create system to match various styles. Simple, doodle. Don't want to doodle? Just cut the outside of the edge. You don't even have to add details. You don't have to do any of it. If you want to, doodle. Like I said, I think every scrapbooker should have a basic pen, black, fine point pen, black and white. Stencil, if you want to use your scraps of paper, because we have lots of that. You want to add other elements from your stash. Use them as a guideline. See what you can get creative. Put some ribbon. So put some enamel dots. Put some ribbon, right? Utilize that stash. Let's do it. Use that stash. And if you have this in your stash or not. But like I said, I initially bought this huge gold, and I will say, I mean, it does look fun. It's really fun. But boy, is it going to go. How many ounces is it? 8 ounces? Go for 4 ounces. Okay, guys. Like, you don't need a lot of it. I would go put this under some warm water. And I usually use my bathroom sink, tell you the truth. And I just like fill the sink with warm water and I just kind of like put it in there. Even if it dries just a little, I try to do it when it's wet still. I'll probably just do it right after this event. It won't be too much of a finicky. And then I just kind of rub my fingers on it if it's not quite coming off. but it does come off. Okay. So, totally fair on that case. Yep. I'm going to just put this on here for a moment and we'll stick it behind here. Okay. So fun. Yes.
Ruby says that she did get some from Dollar General. Has 5 different sizes.
There you go, Ruby. And you know why I mentioned that without any hesitation of mentioning it? Because I know what crafters do. I know the reality. Sometimes people ask like, oh, why don't you carry this? And I'm like, well, you could just get it there and I'm not going to compete with that. So yeah, it's a great valid option. Absolutely. And like Deborah said, a good reminder again, adding acrylic paint to white modeling paste, it works great. Gold, I think I went for gold because it doesn't quite do that effect. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to grab some gold paint from my acrylic and give it a try. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned. I'll come back and give you my feedback on that.
I will say, Carol, I think it's Carol from at Artsabella.
Artsabella, yep.
Thanksgiving first. The line has been drawn.
It has been drawn.
Teams are being.
I need you to go get my phone so I can find that screenshot. Gosh, it's gonna kill me. I need you. It's up in my bedroom, but hold on.
Oh, is it?
We'll go back to the screen share. Go back to the screen share.
Okay.
And then let's go back there. There you go. All right, let's take a peek at Jolly. Again, guys, if you have this in your set, go rediscover it. It's so joyful. This is a sample, of course, with the Nativity on this page. And again, Jolly poking out. Oh, you know what? I wanted to go back and revisit what you just asked about the card. One more time. Go back overhead. Sorry, hon. I have this cute card here. That's just happened to be on my table. I have a messy Jolly. You know what I think is so fun with these? I have a friend that just did this and she showed doing halves on cards. Look how cute that would be where it's offset on a card. So naturally, unless you're doing like a full squared card, you could fit the whole thing from a size point. This is a traditional card size. But now that you said that, I'm absolutely going to make a card like that. Just like having it poke. Oh, so cute. That's going to be so cute. So your comment inspired me and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so fun on a card. Easy peasy and a large statement, right? Large statement in that. But in this case, on this sample, Jolly's no stencils are being used at all, right? The stencil feature on the template is not being used, just the shape of the ornament. And then, of course, doing a little bit of paper piecing on the top of the ornament to add different layers and colors. Simple, easy, cute, effective, everything we love here at Kiwi Lane. Okay, so definitely don't overthink it. Now on, is that it? Yep. On the Nativity, that's another fun a la carte that we have in the shop that's back in stock, limited stock. Again, you might have it, 'tis the season, right? You may not have it. It's so fun. I think mostly what I love about the Nativity is the ability to bring in textures. This is on a little wooden circle. So using raffia at the bottom, pull out those textures. Where's that other layout? Here we use burlap. Use those textures. Like I just think that's such a fun way to pull those in. Use your gold glitter paper for the star, right? Like just pull out the texture papers. They're so fun. Oh, this is my other Jolly page. I was like, I swear I had another one, just in wrong order. But I also love how, jumping back to Jolly, how this Jolly on this page is layered with the bells like that. Oh my gosh, when I saw this page again, I was rediscovering it and I was like, I didn't get to do that. Like, so the layering that you can also have with Jolly instantly made me think, dang, I want to create a page with that layering combination on a page because that sounds so fun. I love looking at pages and seeing various ways people layer just certain designs with the designs. I think that inspires me a lot personally, seeing what people combine and naturally discover as they play to create. And I am always amazed. I'm not going to lie, because I play with the products a lot. I love the products as a scrapbooker myself. But also, of course, as a a founder and co-founder of Kiwi Lane, I'm also like very proud of the products. But I'm still discovering, like I can't like express how much still today I'm discovering new combinations, and I'm like, this is crazy. It just like gives me like a testament to the ability and the way that the Play to Create system engages your creativity in different ways. And creativity is all about taking certain designs, elements, whatever it is, and rearranging them in a new fashion. And that's what you get to do when you Play to Create. You get to experiment with those combinations. And then, of course, back to Nativity, corrugated paper. You have this in your stash, guys. Look how cute that is. Look how fun that is on the Nativity. So that's my 3 tips related to Nativity, is really focusing around specialty paper. Give it a try if you want to enhance the set. If you're creating with it, if you want to add it to your collection, just keep that in mind when you Play to Create with this specific set. Just think of any little specialty paper, and it doesn't take much. Whenever I use specialty papers and any layout, I'm always using it in little bits and pieces. And that's true in this case. It just doesn't take much. All right. Okay. Ruby says, I can't wait to see what Christmas layouts you come up with this new grandbaby. I know. I know. More time to scrapbook, right, guys? We were talking about that because it's going to be your first Christmas, but he's going to be like 6 months old. Next Christmas is going to be really, really fun if we get a chance to be around him, which I'll take whatever I can get.
There still will be some fantastic
pictures, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I'll be. Yeah. We'll definitely get in that. Okay, and then Harvest. A lot of you guys have picked up Harvest because I think more than anything, I was teasing a lot with Harvest because I love fall. I use the Harvest template probably, oh gosh, on most layouts. And I felt bad sometimes because it was vaulted. And honestly, I was surprised when we found a few in stock during the inventory or the shipping fulfillment move that we just did. So special surprise. So don't miss your chance to get this set. Like I said, since they're up during the Friendsgiving. I know a lot of you guys already did because you messaged me saying, yay. And I was like, I'm also so excited for you. Listen, the Harvest template kind of does the same thing as the other cutouts that we just did in Jolly. I will be honest, I've never used modeling paste with these cutouts, and now I want to. So I might need to. I might have to. It's like larger spaces.
It covers.
But should we try it really fast?
Let's see. Live Play to Create experiment.
Yeah, let's try it experimenting and see. I gotta go find some fall paper here. Got it, done. Okay, let's go to a down view, Dave, just really quickly. I told you guys there's so much to cover. I hope that I'm not talking too fast. All right, that should work. And then Harvest. I will be down on a down view for a minute if you want to go grab my phone so that I can get that out of my brain. Like, it's up, I think, still on the charger, surprisingly. All right, so we have Harvest, cute little pumpkin. I have this scrap of paper. And again, we could, you know what, let's go ahead and cut this one out. We could doodle it. I'll show you samples of doodling it. I have it in those images, so we'll jump back to that once we experiment together. And that's what this event's all about, is gathering and creating together and sharing some inspiration through this layout share. So like I said, sometimes I think there's just overload. So hopefully it's not too much because there's lots of fun versatility in how you Play to Create. Okay. You know what? I'm going to, I was just thinking I need maybe I do the washi tape on this. Maybe hold the top and the bottom. Do you see washi tape up in that corner and that? Oh, he just found it. He's so on top of it, guys. He's the best married to a scrapbooker guy ever. Ever.
I'm going to start a fight with other husbands.
I am going to start a fight with other husbands. No, I think any true.
Actually, I've been really, really inspired by, over the years, years as we've traveled around to expos. You've met
We've
quite
met some.
husbands,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there, yeah.
Usually they're there to carry back.
Yeah, yeah.
And so on and so forth at the trade shows and expos that we go to. But the level of support that even not just the people that we meet in person, but that we hear about, and people that we talk to for the husbands and the men who have ladies in their life that do this, it's been kind of awesome. It seems like there's a whole lot of support.
So I hope that you do have that support, and if needed, we will be that support system for you as well, for whatever it's worth. You know what? I could have just done gold and kept this easy, but and I probably should have. You guys, give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Let me go wash this off really fast.
Oh, you're too nice, Jody. Thank you.
You're gonna keep them entertained, Dave.
Okay, so a man walks into a bar. No, I wish I knew more jokes.
I wanted to change the color because I have this other one that I don't get to use as often. I use the white for whatever it's worth most of the time, but when I first bought, I mentioned the gold, but I did buy this copper one.
That's a pretty color.
And I thought it would be fun because I don't get to use it much. And then we're experimenting. So I was like, dang it, I need to know. I want it for my own joy as well. So hopefully it brings you joy. Okay. This one I'm just going to do right from the jar. And luckily they don't dry. I haven't dried up yet. I will say I've had them for quite a few years, and I'm always hesitant when you open something like that, thinking that maybe it will dry up a little tackier, but it still works. Okay, guys. So maybe it's not enough contrast. You know what? I kind of like that it's not enough contrast. I think the reason why I've never done this yet with this template is because they're bigger spaces. And so I'm just going to really smooth that out with the tip of my thing. Same thing here. And then we'll do that there. We're going to come back to this here in a moment, guys, okay? Give it a few minutes to make it not so thick here. Let me do one more pass. All right. Cool. Are you guys excited as I am to see? Actually, it was not that bad. As far as the bigger oval and that, it wasn't that bad. You guys can't see it as well. The beauty of that copper. We'll see it here in a moment, and it will go on a page and be even more awesome. Okay. So, well, let me pull that off. Should we pull it off? That's why I like scrapbooking, because I feel like within an hour, 2 hours, I can get a page finished. My mom used to, I was going to say, I'm not so patient. I like instant gratification. My mom, as a seamstress, she, of course, she taught me the basics of seamstress and stuff like that. And I always loved that about her. But one of the things that was always hard for me is it always turned into day projects. Quilts took into month projects. Scrapbooking, I could sit down and do that right away. Yeah, that's so fun. That's pretty, guys. I can't wait to add that to a page. That's really fun. So again, yes, even though I wasn't necessarily planning on that, you can use that in your thing as well. So, okay. Let me go back to the screen share here. All right. And let's take a peek. You got the stencils where you can see here on the harvest, it was cut out of paper and placed back on top. Honestly, it's one of my go-tos, probably my most often way that I use any type of stencil, but even in the harvest itself is probably my most popular way that I use it personally. Little pop-up also, by the way, easy peasy, so enjoyable, can't go wrong, love that. Talking about rediscovering some sets for the season. If you have the farmstead, oh my gosh, pull it out. It's so much fun to create with. So go to rediscover that one if you have it. And or not using any of the stencil features, basic pumpkin, it's a keeper. It's a cute one. On this one, you can see that I just doodled. It's kind of hard to see. Hopefully you guys can see that. Doodle lines around the edges of it. So that's also fun. I might even take this pumpkin here, and once I let it give it some time to dry, I might even doodle around those edges just to add a little bit more interest or a little bit of something. All right. I just need it for 1 second if it has any juice. I really made him go on a scavenger hunt for this.
Well,
oh no, Harvest is sold out already. That must have been this morning. I checked this morning. My computer is about to die.
okay.
I know, I'm so sorry. Mary said, I'll have to go check that out. I literally just checked this morning and it wasn't. So you guys have been busy. I know, happening all around time. So don't wait if there's something you love. All right, let's jump into these other amazing sets that I wanted to spotlight. Hallmark, you guys, Hallmark is such a fun one. I talked about it a little bit when we were showing the website, that there's like literally no layout you cannot do with it. I love it on a 4x6 picture. It fits perfectly. You can actually cut the shape out of a 4x6 picture. It's the perfect size for it. It creates a little nice journaling spot on your layout. That's another way that's just so fun about this set that's come back in stock. It creates great places for titles. It makes a statement in and of itself, but it's not just like an overwhelming statement. It's very classy, timeless, right? And that's what I love about it. Actually, on this layout itself, this is actually my grandma and my grandpa. And then on the right side is actually my great grandma and my great great grandma. So that's really fun to see. You'll see on this layout, I used the Hallmark tucked in the left side corner. You see that almost like a little decorative photo mat. And it was just kind of layered behind, but then on the right side, it was brought to the forefront for the title, and then little layers and clusters around the edges of it. And I will say again, I could use this on any type of layout. Doesn't matter what theme it is, doesn't matter what paper I'm like, it could literally work on anything. All right. So check out Hallmark. I hope that we have some of those still in stock. But check it out. All right. Deborah says, with the Frank Farmstead. Okay. So she's talking about this truck here that I said, love it. I added black paint to modeling paste for the tires. Oh, you're going to have to share that layout again, Deborah. I have to see it. See all of these fun inspirations that are going to get us to our craft table, and rediscover these, play to create with them, and just also have fun in various ways. And like I said, don't miss your chance to get these and put them in your collection, because it's not a one and done. These are not one and done. They're timeless designs that you will find new ways. And every time you play with it, it's just a little bit different. It's a little, different in its shape and size. So Rosalind says Hallmark is such a cute, versatile template. It really is. It really is. It's not just in how you could display it, but like I said, in what types of layouts you can use it for. So, all right. No. Have you had any problems with the template's name rubbing off when cleaning the template? I don't feel like I have noticed that. No, I don't think I have noticed that. I'm like, I guess if it happens, because there's a good chance it could happen. Yeah, you might want to pay attention to that, or maybe avoid putting stuff around the name itself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've never really noticed it, in honesty. Yeah, never have. That out. So I guess if it did happen, I guess I would take a permanent marker and write it again if I had to. But like I said, it's a tool, so don't let that limit you on how to use it. I think if you want to use it, then try it, right? Give it a go.
Deborah says the layout with the tires that show the modeling pace
is on the community with fall pages. Perfect. I love
Go
that.
check that out.
Yes, let's check that out. So I mentioned just a quick layout share because our design team has been busy creating with these sets that we pre-sold in May. You saw some of these sets when we did our launch party, but because they were special, like new designs, new features, we were kind of like, we don't know if like they'll love them. All I can say is that you guys did love them. And the more I get to play with them, the more I get excited for you guys to play with them. So clearly now that we all have them within our access, right? You're going to see a lot more hitting the community with these sets. I think they're going to become some of your guys' favorites because they're clearly slowly but surely becoming some of mine. So Spotlight is one of those sets. The Everett border set, great companion that can be mixed and matched with any of the other versatile border sets. But when we decided to introduce these border sets back in May, and now they're finally available in the shop. Like I said, if you missed the pre-order, they are in the shop. So we did order extras just in case somebody missed the memo or was on vacation. That happens when we do announcements. And so we want to make sure that we try to accommodate for that. But when we were creating these, we have our standard border sets, which always are so fun to use on a page. They very much give a foundation to any page that you create them with. But we wanted to add a little bit more, I guess, of that creative spark that can push you to different limits. And let's just say the design team, task well taken. Like, it is crazy. We're going to show you guys those. I know, and I almost wanted to have everybody on again. Deborah, I should have had you on. So, because it was so fun at the last launch to have them. But I'll show them to you guys. And again, like we mentioned, did you know that you can go to the galleries and you can check these out on our website? So that's why I wanted to mention that specific feature in our shops at the beginning of this event. So we got Everett. Okay, and then we also have a third one. Echo Point, which I'll show you here in a moment. So this is a really cute layout. Check it out. This is from Gal. She used Spotlight in Everett Drive. You can see more versatility, just like any of the other designer templates. The moment you change the paper, you change the look. I mean, literally, we went from a bees of a page that I did of my daughter to a fun sports page, right? I love how she used the circle and the border and
created a
baseball. Like, I love how it made these memories come to the forefront of her mind. And that's so fun. So fun. This is another great page. This is Deborah's page here. And she uses Spotlight and Everett. And you can see the borders, although they are borders, they have their unique shape. They have their own personality. And you can mix these with other borders naturally, but they also just stand so great alone. I think for the most part, and Deborah, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, it looks like you maybe used Tiny Wacky. She basically just used Spotlight and Everett in her pictures and a few elements from papers and designs as the flowers, but it does look like she used just a few other designs, Tiny Labels and Tiny Wacky there where the little title and date is. Yeah, so this is adorable page and it just creates so much personality so quickly. And then you add your memories to that and you just have this beautiful package of a layout. And it just makes you happy. It just makes you happy. I love that. Here's a page that Mary created, again, with Spotlight and Everett. So I'm hoping that if you guys have gotten this, you guys have waited so long, that we're building that excitement back because they're so fun, you guys. There's just no limit on what you can create with these sets. There's no theme that you can't touch. We went from bees to 4th of July to baseball to baby, like just so many variations of ways that you can create with these. And look how many pictures. This is why we put this specific set underneath our photo sets, because we designed them with creative photo placement in mind. They're not quite like placemats. They're not quite like our standard photo sets, but they still help you display photos in a fun, creative way that is timeless, not too gimmicky, but not too, right, trendy. It's just timeless. And so I think this is great. How many pictures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks
And
so good.
and it looks balanced. It looks structured. It doesn't look flat, right? It looks dynamic and interest. And it's basically, once again, our paper, utilizing that paper stash and having some fun with that. So I will say on these spotlight set here, you'll notice that Mary did cut her insides out. Here, Dave, can you go back to my front view? No, just front view. So let me open up this. So again, you have some sketches here, so you don't have to go far for inspiration. We do that intentionally to support the products. But this one here, this one, the cutouts, which we've already talked about in other templates, you can use them as a doodling. You can use it as a stencil where you layer it back on top, which is what Deborah did on her layout, the 4th of July one. But Mary actually cut these out. And I just did it the other day. And I'm like, what layout did I do? But I just did it the other day. And it's so easy for your brain to be like, oh, and then it almost limits you. Guys, just jump in. Just don't overthink it. Just go for it. If you're wanting that effect on your layout and you have that desire to have it, just use the tips of your scissors, go in and trace those out. They are very easy to accomplish. Like maybe that hesitation at first, but it's a lie. The hesitation is a lie. Just push past it, okay? And I'm being honest about this specific set. There are some other sets that I'll be like, yeah, you might have to slow down your cuts a little bit, but the outcome is worth it. But this one, it's like not very hard at all, okay? And maybe I'll cut that out here in a moment. Let's jump into the rest of the layouts because I want to showcase all of what the design team has made. They have been so busy. This is another great layout, Spotlight in Everett, again, being used of gels. I loved the circles on this. Again, easy display. If you have Fly Away High, which I think is also 50% off right now during our Friendsgiving sale. So fun. We did this once. We did a hot air balloon experience once. We had to get up early and I was hesitant. When we talk about those resistance, you're like, oh, I don't want to get up early, but I'm so glad we pushed past that resistance because it was so enjoyable and a really fun memory and experience. Another layout Mary did, I loved this one as well. She extended, in this one, the blue paper, sorry, it's not extended. I thought maybe she cut it out of the white wood grain paper, but it's actually the blue paper is the border layered on top of her background, which her background is the wood planks. But we'll have to ask her about, that was something we'll do some more features on these products, guys. I'm just giving you kind of a quick layout share. But it would be fun to hear about like the white edgings around her pictures and stuff. Guys, just again, Spotlight and Everett and beautiful layouts and utilization of framing them effortlessly in a beautiful, simple way. Really pretty. This is Jennifer's page using Everett Drive. I love how she used the circle in Everett. She actually used the same border on the left and the right from Everett. And of course, I'm a sucker for fall, but I love how she used those circles as more of a place to position clusters and journaling. She used journaling on the right side, a picture on the left side in the small one, and then she just used the shape of the circle as a position to add a little bit of elements onto that drop, so to speak. Such a cute layout. So cute. Okay, and then we have Echo Point. It's point, guys. Okay, not place, point. Echo Point Place. But it's literally the name speaks for itself. It creates an echo on your page, and it gives you a point of reference to focus on your layout with the fun additional features that you get in this border. This border set has your signature border, the A, B in the middle, but then it has the border that has the extra feature of design. You can use it with or without it, but it also has that trail that actually mirrors and echoes the other border. Okay, so let me do a really quick top-down Dave on that, because I want to be clear about that, since it's been minutes since we featured these sets, and since we're doing a layout share here, I'm going to take them, open this set. So what I meant was, so we have this one. This little guideline shows you if you don't want to use it with these spots, which I'll show you lots of various ways and how you can use them. You can use them for pictures. You can use them as decorative blocks. You can not use the insides and just use the outside shapes, or you can just use the portion of the border. But when we talk about echo, see how that instantly, you can use these separate on opposite ends of your pages. Say you only want the border, then you would just slide that off where you see that guideline and use this on the other side. But if you want to have it echo it, then you can do that with this set as well. You guys let us know. These are things that we're kind of been experimenting with, shifting things a little bit, stretching how you play to create, but ultimately happy little discoveries as you allow the freedom of play to spark your creativity. And I'm so curious to see, like, if you want more sets like this, you like, you know, things like that. So just know that the name Echo Point Place says a lot about the design features of this set as well. Okay. Oh, Gail's here. Gail, good. Hello. Echo Point Place is a fabulous set. There are so many ways to combine the templates within the set. It will unlock a new leveling for you, and I can't wait to see what everyone makes. 100%. I echo that. Okay. Now going back to a few more layout shares. Stick with us. Lots more inspiration. Like I said, there was so much to share in this layout share today. Another great page, right? You could see here Echo Point, the border, that little diamond shape was detached in this case from the other borders. And you got this fun soccer page that is, again, taking advantage of the paper here in a very fun way. Actually, how this paper is being used when you have these big cutouts, because that soccer, looking at this, was part of the big paper. And you know how these big shapes are on these papers, which, like, if you don't cut it out, you're layering something over it. It just doesn't make sense. It always bothers me when I see those on paper prints. But beautiful job here, incorporating it and making the most of some type of big, huge print like that. It actually, in this case, because it's been cut out of a border, really good job. I don't know what paper this is, but you should share it with the paper company because you made it look good. Okay. You made it look good.
Really cool, the arrows along the echo on that.
Yes. Beth says I want to go play with them all now. That's the goal. Get you around your craft table one point or another. I know we have busy lives, guys. I know it so much. And I know that the holidays bring with that even another level of busyness. But when we say gather around your craft table this November, just put something on the calendar. Enjoy, again, segment it. Do a little bit here, a little bit there if you need to. But when we talk about everything we love about Thanksgiving and November and the spirit of November, of gratitude and renewal and getting time to spend with family again, when we don't get that in other months, in January or February, we don't have our family close to us, or we don't have, or we need that sense of renewal and strengthening and gratitude. And you can find that anytime around your craft table. And that's what makes scrapbooking so powerful and such, honestly, here I go again, the best hobby in the world. Okay. So we're going to have to make I'm going to just say it every event. I don't even think I'm going to be resisted anymore. You guys can expect it to come out of my mouth one way or the because it's the truth. It's the truth. Another amazing layout here, Gal. So I love how we talked about how you can echo the trail on the border, but in this case, she layered the trail on top of the other border. So clearly, again, like she just shared, so many layering options. You can detach it, you can echo it, you can use it on its own. It's such an interesting thing to see kind of this new set be evolved, so to speak, in various features, because we have played with borders for over 15, 16 years, but discovering even more new fashions of how it can be combined and layered is so much fun. Here's another great layout. I love this one as well. This one, no photos added to the diamonds, but beautiful patterns being displayed and giving you a beautiful border to frame those memories in a simple, effortless way. And then utilizing some other layers on top of that. I have not tried this myself yet, so I'm right with you, Beth. I just want to go play with these sets. And I've been holding off playing with them more because I did not want to tease you guys more, because I was wanting you all to have it in your hands. But now it's fair game, just for whatever it's worth. Everybody has their chance to get them. And we are going to play a lot with these sets because it's fair game. Another great page here too. Love this page. Yeah, you can't help but see when you see a trail, maybe the road vibe.
Perfect pictures for that.
I actually have pictures. I totally forgot about them until this very moment of my daughter, Lacey. Whenever she sees an old car, she has this obsession about it. Like if we stop at a rest room or something and there's somebody with an old car, it's almost creepy because she's like, come, Mom, come. Let me take a picture with it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the owner's going to come out and be like, why are you taking a picture with my car? But we do. We just randomly take these pictures. So I have this bunch of pictures of her getting a quick selfie.
Being near these beautiful cars.
Yeah, being near these old vintage cars whenever we see them, which is sparse, but when we do see them, it's fun to see them. Another great page at Linda's, and again, the borders being displayed. I actually like how she did it on the two outside edges. That's kind of fun. And Mr. Lee setting up her space, it looks like. So good thing she has Lee. We all need those tech people. But beautiful, again, you can just use it as a decorative border and layer the trails on top, which she did on the right side, and or echo it on the left side. And then we're back to there. I think that's it, guys. Woo! Woo! Like I said, content overload. But with that said, our goal was to give you the inspiration to go rediscover these sets, to bring them up to the forefront of your mind, not to overwhelm you, but to show you how beneficial it is to play to create, how beneficial it encourages versatility. And the truth is, don't let it overwhelm you. If there's something that sparked your ideas or, just sparked that joy inside of you, then just run with that. Run with that idea. You don't have to mix and match all the ideas. You can just say, I really love that layout. I'm going to do something similar. And then when the flow starts to happen and you get into that creative rhythm, it's always amazing how it evolves from there, right? It evolves from there. Do I have my phone? I have to see this one last quote. It's long gone, the Christmas tree quote, but I have to see it. And I'm like, did I take a screenshot? I was so clever. I can't remember who posted it, but I did. I totally screenshot it for the sake of telling David to build my case, so to speak. Here it is. I did. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the turkey tastes the same with the tree up.
The turkey tastes the same with the tree up. You know what? There's some logic.
It's a good argument. I really think it's a good argument.
There's some logic in it.
I'll let you guys know how that debate goes. But honestly, it's time at this point. I don't know if I have the time to put it up. It's a lot of work, but I do enjoy it. So You are very welcome. I'm glad that you guys joined us for this Friendsgiving special event. And I look forward to placing these lovely elements that we got to create together as we gathered in this live. I'm gonna try this weekend. It is on my list to scrapbook this weekend because last weekend not so much. But add them to a page and I'll share them in the community. All right, and then we'll do another event because I've kept you guys long enough. I'll reconfirm and solidify how fun these are to be used in various ways. But just honestly, trust me, they're really fun. Either one of the scenarios: stencil, doodling, or even cutting them out. So don't let that hold you back. Don't let it hold you back. Pretty simple. All right. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Of course, we have some events coming up next week. If you haven't had a chance, go check out the Friendsgiving. We'll put it in the chat one more time. That link to the offers that we have, from the new releases to the unvaulting to the special promos for extra savings during this Friendsgiving. Pretty great, 50% off. So we really hope that you take advantage of those. And ultimately, in all of that, either way, rediscovering sets that you have in your stash or adding to your collection that allows you to get that motivation, inspiration, excitement to get back to your craft table one way or the other this season and all year long, for whatever it's worth. We'll help be here to support you along the way, and of course to build the consistency so that you can get all of the benefits that come from the best hobby in the world. All right. Take care, guys. Bye now.